What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Rafeal Akpejiori, Arslanbek Makhmudov. Get this: trample, defeat, beat down, 2 rounds of carnage, awkward fury. That's what I call Arslanbek Makhmudov. Listen. Makhmudov came out on a totally different gear as Rafeal. Rafeal was looking to box in a somewhat passive pace. Arslanbek did not. Arslanbek came out and he looked exactly like his highlights. He came out trying to land that overhand right. And the way he was committed on throwing that right, it had to land eventually. I think what he did, he changed direction, what was smart, but he never stopped the aggressiveness. He never stopped coming in. Instead of coming in with the overhand chopping right, which we've seen him do, and he turns his head and moves it all over the place, he comes up under with a right uppercut. And the right uppercut was dazing Rafeal, and he did not have an answer to it. Okay, when Makhmudov found out he can land at a right uppercut underneath, there was nothing. There was nothing that we seen in Rafeal that tried to correct that. He did not make adjustments. I think he was overpowered too fast, but to be fair, I think he was hit behind the head after being hurt, legitimately. And the referee, I have to talk about him for a second, just like I did in my live stream. He was despicable. Okay, he was inexperienced. I think he was a local Toledo, Ohio judge, which he already had refereed again, and he might have just been looking to go home. And nonetheless, Rafeal Akpejiori was hurt. He was hurt. He was buzzed. But at what point should you give a fighter leeway or an opportunity to foul a fighter, regardless of what happens? And a lot of these referees don't want to stop the sway of the fight, but at the same time, you want to do what's right. And he did not. That referee allowed Makhmudov to have his way. He is an awkward fighter, very rough, very tough fighter to really fight because of the way he charges you, and then he locks you up on the inside. It's very difficult to fight anyone like that. You got to have a set of legs, and you got to be able to stay away from those punches. But good luck coming from someone, 6'7", 6'8", okay? Because Makhmudov is a huge customer. And the way he fights, he'll give any heavyweight hell, especially when you have a referee that allows him to hit behind the head, doesn't keep the punches in the front, and if he hits you and legitimately hurts you, and then every other punch can land that's counted, yeah, he will defeat you each and every time. I just wonder if that fight was refereed a certain way, would it go that way? Because it was a dirty fight. Mostly it was a lot of holding, a lot of hitting. Makhmudov punched wide, and those wide shots did sway behind the head a couple times. But he did hurt Rafeal, and he did land a lot of shots that Rafeal just wasn't ready for. He just was not ready for those shots, and I think, Makhmudov, again, is awkward enough to give any fighter hell. He reminds me of Marcos Maidana. He swings wide, and he has these chopping heavy punches, and coming from a heavyweight, imagine trying to keep someone off you like that. It's a challenge. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Arslanbek Makhmudov stopping Rafeal Akpejiori in 2 rounds. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!